Hi everybody, Barbara Drazga here coming to you from sunny Arizona. And today I wanted to give you an honest review of the wholesale formula from the perspective of someone who's actually a student of the wholesale formula. I started the wholesale formula program back in 2016 and it absolutely changed the trajectory of my Amazon business. I went from doing retail arbitrage, running around exhausting myself, to having sustainable wholesale accounts. I'm about 75% wholesale, 20% bundles, and I just entered into private label a little bit in 2019. So I wanted to kind of peel back the curtain for you and show you inside of the wholesale formula course, inside my personal account. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll give you some information about why I think wholesale is one of the best models to, if you're not selling online at all, using Amazon and the wholesale model is a great way to get started using Amazon systems to get started with an online business. And if you're already selling online and on Amazon, I highly recommend that you switch over to wholesale now, because you'll be able to take advantage of Prime Day sales and fourth quarter in 2020, which is the biggest sales time of year for us. And when you set yourself up now with the right products and right wholesale accounts, then you won't be scrambling during fourth quarter to find profitable product. So here we go. I've created this little video presentation for you here so you can see why the wholesale formula and wholesale itself was valuable to me. So here's what you're going to learn in the wholesale formula program: how to find profitable products, of course, but you're going to source using Amazon's own data, which is very different from going retail arbitrage store to store and scanning stuff and trying to physically find things. You're starting your search on Amazon with a very specific set of criteria that's laid out in the program, so that everything's based on the numbers, not based on, I wonder if I can get something at this store, at that store. And you can do it from your desktop. You can do it from your laptop, sitting at a Starbucks. You can outsource the entire sourcing process, in fact. So you're going to learn how to secure the right wholesale accounts, because not all wholesale accounts are going to be profitable for you. And here's the trick for you. The wholesale accounts that are super easy to get, where they approve everyone, they're the lowest quality accounts because they approve everyone. I like the wholesale accounts where the brand owner says, nope, we don't want any more Amazon sellers, because that opens the door for me to share with them, here are the things I can do for you as a professional full-time Amazon seller who understands the platform, understands marketing inside and outside Amazon. Here's what I can do to help you sell more product that most other sellers don't know. So I actually like getting the no's, because what I call the lazy sellers go away when they get a no, which opens the door to people like you and me who learn how to do wholesale the right way. So you're going to learn how to negotiate pricing with vendors to increase your profits, and not just pricing, but some other things as well, like terms and free shipping, maybe warehousing, maybe even at some point they send your product into Amazon for you to shave on your shipping, sending to prep centers. There's all sorts of negotiation levers you can pull when you're negotiating with a brand owner. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I do in this presentation. And then how to outsource and automate your business so it runs on autopilot. That was tough to do with retail arbitrage. You know, I bought a little minivan and I tore out the seats, and I hooked up a little trailer that I bought, and I drive from CVS Pharmacy to Walgreens to Walmart to Ace Hardware, and I would just drive around, big lots, whatever, fill up the van, fill up the trailer, and then come home, dump it all out, prep, ship, and do it all over again. That's really hard to outsource. But with a wholesale model, I can outsource pretty much everything in the entire process. And the one thing that I don't outsource, I probably could if I hired a high-end salesperson, but the one thing I don't outsource is contacting the brand owners, because I know how to do it really well, and I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy making the connection and forming the relationships with my suppliers. So I keep that one in-house, and then I triple down on that and outsource everything else. So who can do this? If you think that you've never sold online before, you don't know how to do this, anybody can do this. It doesn't matter your age, if you've got a full-time job, stay-at-home mom, if you're retired, live in an RV and travel around the country, as long as you've got an internet connection and a Chromebook, a little laptop, you're good to go. You can live outside of the US, all over the world. Even if you've never sold anything online, not even on eBay, we can show you from beginning to end how to leverage Amazon FBA, how to leverage Amazon's own systems and virtual assistants to make everything happen, whether or not you're working in the business. Even if you're an experienced eBay seller and you're finding that your eBay sales keep going down every time they change the rules, you can hop on Amazon and actually have a competitive edge because you're used to selling online. And if you just have $2,000 investment capital to buy inventory, you are good to go with the wholesale model of selling on Amazon. So here's the power of Amazon. This statistic came from Statista, one of the websites I love to give me accurate data on companies and markets. And look at this trajectory of Amazon's growth. And in the scheme of things, this is just like 20 years. That's not a lot of time. And look at their valuation, closing in on $300 billion. So Amazon's grown exponentially and is going to, it looks like it's going to continue to go there. There's no capping out on Amazon. So about half of Amazon sellers earn up to $25,000 a month in sales. Almost half, almost 50% of third-party sellers. And you could be one of them too. Using Amazon FBA, you don't have to do any customer acquisition because Amazon brings the customers. They have the eyeballs, we call it. You don't have to do any customer shipping. Amazon ships everything to their customers. You don't have to warehouse your product. You just take everything that you've purchased and have it sent into Amazon. All of your wholesale shipments sent into Amazon. They warehouse it. They fulfill it. They do logistics. They do the customer service. All you have to do is get really good at finding profitable products, negotiating with brand owners, and then sending everything into Amazon. Amazon does the rest for you. And that's the power of Amazon FBA. If you've ever sold on eBay, you guys know you end up with racks of stuff and you've got to label them and figure out what something is and post them all individually and then go find the item and then box it up, find a box, find packing material, ship one item off, and that's one customer. Amazon does all of that for you with their FBA Fulfillment by Amazon program. And then you're using Amazon's own data to find the products, to discover products that are already selling well, and then you can go source them yourself. And then here's the important thing, for me at least. I'm looking at an exit strategy of potentially selling a business or building a business that has a value that I can sell. So when you build an Amazon business, you have two ways that you can monetize that outside of just getting, being $1 million seller a year. The faster you grow your Amazon wholesale business, the more valuable it becomes to investors. And by the way, investors are clamoring for e-commerce companies. They are buying them up at high valuations left and right. So the faster you can get up and running and fast track building a wholesale business, the more valuable it is asset to sell. Now, one student of the wholesale formula, and Merrick, I interviewed him. If you look on my YouTube channel, look on YouTube for Barbara Drazga, I interviewed him a couple of days ago on how he sold just one wholesale account, not his entire Amazon FBA account, but he negotiated and built an exclusive wholesale contract all the way up that it was worth to another seller to pay him over $400,000 just to have access to that one account, just one wholesale account. That's the power of when you learn to be a great negotiator with these brand owners. The value of those accounts and those contracts you create with them is significant. And then the e-commerce business itself, the e-commerce, and by e-commerce I mean selling physical products online, they're getting some of the highest valuation multiples. So for instance, it could be 6.5 or even 8%, 8 times the value of what you're selling on Amazon. That could be the value to an investor to actually buy it. So how easy is it to sell on Amazon? The wholesale formula, as you know, is proven. I'm sure you've seen my emails recently. And if you haven't looked at my YouTube channel, go through my YouTube channel. I've got a ton of free training, especially in the past week or so. Drop a bunch of training on the step-by-step system. And I also tell you all of the steps you need to build a $500 million on a business on Amazon. So we surveyed the wholesale formula students, and about 420 of them put together are selling a $500 million on Amazon. And you can start immediately scouting for products to sell and contacting brand owners. The minute you get in the wholesale formula, you get access to the program, you get access to the first 2 modules and all the lessons in there. So you can start right away sourcing, learning how to source, learning how to set up your business for success. And then you're using the experience gained from Dan and Dylan have sold over $25 million of products on Amazon just in the past few years. And they started with $600 just a few years ago, $600 and retail arbitrage, and grew that into a $25 million business on Amazon. And we're hoping we can shortcut your growth by years when you join the wholesale formula. Now, here's what it looks like inside the wholesale formula. I'm going to take you inside my account. This is inside the account. So I'm logged into my personal account. And by the way, you get lifetime access. When you enroll in the wholesale formula, I enrolled back in 2016. It's now 2020. And they update it every year and add new content. Every time something drastic changes on Amazon, they add more information into the private Facebook group and also into your account. So here are the lessons, here are the modules, right? But then you can dig into each module, and under each module, you'll have supporting documents. So checklists, scripts, and it's the printouts of leaf sort, everything that's related to this lesson. There are downloads that you can send to a virtual assistant and have them implement that for you. So you actually have the SOPs, which are standard operating procedures, right here, the transcripts, everything is right here to hand off to a virtual assistant so you can get outsourcing. Once you learn the process yourself, you can outsource the entire process, everything, to virtual assistants, to people working overseas for anywhere between $2 and $3 an hour. So this is a very a boilerplate cut and paste. Once you learn the process and you get good at it, it's a turnkey process to teach other people, like your virtual assistants, to run for you while you get really, really good at negotiating with your suppliers. Again, all of the transcripts are in here. You can mark it as complete.